am stopping by the river. The river is not spinning, the river flows. This is how I've been feeling, like I'm spinning, 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 spinning. There's nothing like looking and absorbing the river's energy to help you get back in the flow of life. You can probably hear the highway over yonder, because this river's right by the road, but I used to hang out by this river so much, I just love it. Yesterday was the first day I was over this way and I had to get up to the ski hill, which was super fun, by the way. I was actually crying in the car, driving, thinking about this, so I thought I would share it. My artwork and my passion of creating art and the career side of it is so personal and so deeply ingrained and rooted in me. And it's touched every part of my mind and every part of my life, every part of my beliefs. So I wonder why I doubt, why I hold on to fear sometimes. And it's like a desperation, but you know you don't want to feel desperate. It's a calling. It's like there is no other option. Through all the years, I have worked to believe in myself, worked to love myself, to know that I'm an artist, to know that all is well. And so why do I believe in doubt? And is it past experiences? I've always mentioned out here on YouTube that audio recordings of my own voice speaking affirmations help me, and my current one is called This Time Meditation, and it's about how even though I've tried so hard to pursue my dreams and failed, you know, that this time's different. And through all that time I've taken the word failure and try out of my vocabulary, but that's all you can do. And definitely the advice I received from an artist about tenacity is, I mean, he was right. That's the advice. And at this point, I have learned so much and tried so much that I can step into this identity of being an artist and who I am as an artist. And you know, I think that's really what brought me to tears, because it's been so odd being around all these people that I know and everyone telling me that they love me and my art, and it's just wild to me. A business owner who's purchased my work before really just opened my eyes to that, because she's like, oh, I just love your work, I've always loved it. And I don't know what she said, but it was like, wow. In my mind, I was like, I don't know, you know, if I should keep bothering this business owner about, you know, selling my stuff wholesale to them. Like, what if I'm driving them nuts? Or, you know, I told her the story that back in the day when I was working a horrible waitressing job, and I went into her shop and sold some stuff, and she gave me a check. And it was probably like a check for $300, and I was easily making more at this awesome tourist restaurant. But yeah, I felt the intense joy that comes from receiving money from my own passion. And I hold on to that feeling, and it meant so much to me. And it was just so amazing to hear that from her perspective, she also was just in awe of me. And again, this is what I'm getting to about thoughts that were bringing me to tears, is that this identity of being an artist, it's so odd to truly look at myself and truly see myself, because others are seeing me, and it's just now kind of resonated in my mind that when people have my art in their homes, they literally think about me. And it's kind of awkward. Like, oh, I don't know if I want people thinking about me all the time. But at the same time, I also just have to realize that this identity is something I have to recognize and not be afraid of and not doubt and show up for. And it hurts. You know, the doubt hurts. It just hurts. It's caused so much pain for so many years. I'm really glad that I took the time to go on this walk. I know that I need to slow down. When I ran my art retreat, I said, I'm gonna slow down after this. And then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna paint 10 paintings in 1 month. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go across the country. But I slow down in little moments, and I'll keep working on my slowing down sorts of practices. I used to make so much art by this river, including this piece, which I just sold. Cool rock. This one was in a perfect location for its style, but it's three-dimensional, so it can get dusty. And I love it too much. I want it with me. Now this painting is in the bathroom, which honestly is an amazing location for it. I've sold 3 paintings out of this bathroom. So it's 8:30. Look at this blinking scary light. Anyways, it feels pretty late because it's so dark. And I feel like it's been dark for hours. Don't slip on the ice. But I am going to the place that has been the most helpful for my art. And it's a spot that I was like, oh, I want my art in there. I need places for my art. And then it just so happened that she invited me to put my art here. I didn't even have to ask. Got some art over here. A ballerina bar. Got that piece, which is one of my favorites. I've got this big piece here. But I just like the energy of the business owner here and how nice she's always been to me. There it is. Wow, it looks really cool in this light, that like sparkly water, dude. But yeah, I needed to bring this piece back home with me. Another favorite piece. And obviously another favorite piece. And that one's old. Super old, 2013. Like 13 years ago. Oh, there's more art in the bathroom. I always say the bathroom is the best place for art because people can look at it while going potty. I love this one so much. Look, there's a heart. And this piece, I also have stickers. Oh, and this piece. I was finding pieces all over the place. This is actually made with little pine needles inside of it there and all natural earth paint. I'm going to be spending some time framing while I'm here too. Some pieces that I thought would sell here in Montana. Well, now it's 30 minutes past midnight and I'm starting to get tired and I have an hour drive back and I still need to put all the art in my car. All of that art. What ifs? This palette wrap is my pillow. Oof. Man, that's nuts. Gross! It is 1:15. Packing up went a lot faster than I thought. I left a lot of art here, namely the 10 pieces I created in 1 month, as well as little oil pastels and other Montana themed stuff I said that I framed. I'm here to get my art. Your art? I only have one place left to go pick up my art now. I just picked up this one from a random massage studio thing. This one has no contrast. It's very pale. I didn't really know about the importance of value back in the day. So this one breaks the value rule of like having contrast, being able to show dimension. But I also really like it. Like that was the look I was going for. I was going for a pale, elusive, sort of ethereal look. It's not super realistic or very detailed. It's simple and cartoon and like the girl doesn't even have a face. I don't know, I just like simple shapes. And the human figure is such a shape. I do like it. have such good vibes. I haven't sold a painting out of it yet, but I think this new set of paintings are the vibe of Ski Town. I don't know. This piece had no for sale sign on it. It was stuck in the back of it. I didn't video dusting the back, but all of it was really dusty because it's underneath a vent. Now, this piece over here also has no for sale sign on it. I mean, that's not good. That's my own bad. That's why, like, I wouldn't blame a business for that. It just falls off, you know. But that's why I'm gonna put tags on the back. I'm so glad I made, like, attachable tags that you can't take off. Just hope no one rips them off. This piece is so cool. But she looks kind of weird. I think it's her forehead. Technically, this one breaks my rules of not leaving art that's three-dimensional because that's going to get dusty. But since I brought it from Virginia, it really belongs here with the other skier stuff. Like this one. They kind of match. I also left this painting there. Okay, all my artwork is picked up. I'm very excited about that. I just feel so good that all the new art is in its place and all of my art that I'm taking back home is in my possession. And I just have to pack it up in the most perfect way. So I'm really glad. I'm excited. I have 2 of these sticker racks. I picked them both up. I've taken them apart. So I'm really thankful I have money in my wallet as an artist. Thank you so much to everyone who's been supporting me. It's just a big deal for me to make money doing my passion. I'm thankful for it. Look at all this art. I do not like using this plastic, like I've said, but it really makes long distance travel so easy. This is my biggest piece here in the back of my car. And I'm packing up all this too. Now I'm at the second to last place that I'm hanging artwork to leave in Montana. Daddies. They got a really funny name. Here's 2 of the ones I left there. I'm gonna go paint because it's sunny and it's warm. Oh, turkey crossing the road! Look at you, turkey. Turkey. You're so cute. Waves of tall grass, bowing to the mountain wind. I just loaded 32 paintings in the trailer, and I have more that I haven't counted that are smaller. 15 of those 32 were the extra big ones, and the other 17 are like large. The journey home begins. 221,249 miles on my car. My friend sent me off with some really cool stuff like apple tree sticks and tons of cuttings of plants, including one that's polka dot, and the polka dots are like metallic silver. And I got the trailer on the back there. She sent me off with a giant thing of juice we made last night, rainbow chicken eggs, which I've been eating. She sent me off with a giant bag of food as well, and coffee and coffee grinder and everything you could ever need. Sad to leave. I did not ski enough, but you can never ski enough. That's the problem with that hobby, is that you're never satisfied. I was thinking that maybe one of the reasons that intuitively I felt like making 10 paintings in 1 month right before leaving for a massive trip was simply because I knew I wouldn't get to be at my easel much, because I have been busy to the brim. And I don't even like to use the word busy, but that's what it was. It was busyness to the detriment of my peace at points. Furthermore, I'm so stoked that all of my artwork fits in the trailer. What I love most about this whole trailer thing is that now I feel like a minimalist again, because I had all this anxiety over all the material material possessions I own, all the paintings spread out everywhere. I felt just like I had too much stuff, that I could never be a traveler and a minimalist with so much stuff. And I also didn't want to feel like I couldn't paint, but it was it was eating away at me like, oh, I shouldn't make more art. I have too much. I just parked and forgot I had that trailer on there. I'm going back to Michael's one more time because I need to frame stuff. Bought a postcard for my grandma's 85th birthday. Last stop in Billings was framing and hanging some art there. Here's a picture of some art I picked up in Bozeman that I forgot to mention. Check my list that I got everything done. Next thing on the list, hit the road. I left art in Red Lodge, Billings, Big Sky, and Bozeman. So I set my trip when I left Virginia, and so far I've gone 3,400 miles, which means 1,400 of those miles were the amount of driving I did since I've been to Montana. Look at that. My fuel light came on in the middle of nowhere. I didn't even have service to look up a gas station. Finally, when I had service, it said 16 miles, and I saw that red line go down really fast with this trailer. This whole trip, I was talking about trusting my decision to come out here, trusting my gut, realizing that the timing was right. And now that it's happened and I'm on my way back, I really see that playing out in a way that if I hadn't have gone at the time I went, if I hadn't have believed, if I hadn't have trusted, not only would I be set back in my career financially and also with the artwork being so far away from me, but also the people in my life and the people that I visited with may not have been able to also experience some healing along with me. Day 2 of going home. This morning I stopped at a coffee shop and I painted. I will show you all of the art that I've been able to make on this trip. I haven't had a ton of time for making art, but I've also made the time when I could. Today I go visit my friend who used to live in Montana but now lives in Wisconsin. He has a new baby, so I'm excited about that. Really optimistic about the future. I've got some big plans and dreams. Big deal, big dreams, big opportunities. Big story. Well, I just now started hitting the hillbilly mountains of the east. And the mountains are blue. There's a lot of that mist in the air. I like any kind of mountains. I like them big mountains and I like them little mountains too. I like all them size mountains. I like hiking mountains. I like sleeping on mountains. I like looking at them mountains. I like them creeks and the squirrels. I think them squirrels are so cute. The drive back has been so much smoother. The roads are dry, it's sunny. I haven't even had a drop of rain. I got back, I unpacked, and so it's back to real life. Art. Lots of art. Had a little leak in the trailer. This is not all my art because I have art hanging in town here in Virginia, and then also I have art hanging in Montana, of course. I actually have a lot of art here hanging in Virginia, and I have art hanging in my living space. Thanks so much for watching the video and following along with my art journey.